Kilo Echo 8, Zulu Romeo Mike.
KE8ZRM, KD8SLG. Scott, right?
Roger, this is Scott. I was just checking in. I didn't know if I missed the net or net start, or that net didn't start yet.
Oh, Scott. Well, early check-ins start about 9:30. I start harvesting people from NetLogger a little bit early, and I usually strike up a conversation with whoever's out there, and I'll start taking check-ins at 9:30. In the meantime, how are you, man? You've been making the rounds.
Oh, yeah. Well, last week I was on sick leave for getting dental work done, and I got a mouthful of stitches. So I'm healing from that, and this week I'm on vacation. I go back to work Sunday, so I've been staying active on the radio.
Nothing wrong with being radioactive, that's for sure. Yeah, you had mentioned that earlier this week, and it sounds like everything's healing nicely. You're not talking with a lisp or anything, I don't think.
Yeah, everything's about the same but different. I've got stitches going from my palate to my gum line. It was invasive. I got 2 black eyes and bruising on my cheek from where they did the surgery. So, yeah, it's going to take a little while. But I'm from West Virginia, so people just think that's the way I talk.
Hey, man, I've spent some time in West Virginia. It's all right. It's all right. Yeah, the dentists can be pretty sadistic. Yeah, you got to wonder what they do to you sometimes when you look at yourself after you're done. I love it when they put their knee up against you for leverage.
I was working in Chicago. I had 2 infected molar teeth, and they needed to come out. And they were infected, and the Novocaine didn't work. I had cut out and pulled without being numb in Chicago, and my dentist had to take a break and take his arm off, and he just told me, get your nerve.
Oh, dude. All right, man. Well, I put you on the list if you want to stick around. Here's the way it works. I'll go through this again, but I'll do like 2 rounds of check-ins or so until I get a decent list for in and outs and pre-checks. Just everybody just throws out the call sign. Then I go back through the list and see who's sticking around for trivia and who's just getting their ticket punched. So sometime between now and 10 o'clock, you can make that decision whether you want to stick around when I get back to you. Sound like a plan?
Roger. I think I stuck around for the last couple trivias you guys had. But, yeah, I'll stand by, turn the radio up. If I'm in another room, I'll hear you talking and come back. This is K8ZRM, and you have a good night, and I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, we'll probably talk to you in about 20 minutes. So, good to hear you, Scott. Going to clear with KE8ZRM. This is KD8SLG. Just hanging out before the pre-net. Anybody else out there want to start up a conversation, have at it.
KD8SLG, K8QKO. Hello, Nick.
Hey, Nick, you're early tonight. How are you, man? What's going on in Nick's world?
Same old. Just sitting here, had some dinner, doing some stuff on the computer and the phone and whatnot before that starts. And I was thinking, I heard you talking. I'm like, I'm going to hop on here now and maybe do my radio check a little early because I want to go over and do some dishes and get some dishes knocked out before the net starts up so I can just sit here and relax and not have anything else going on tonight. So I figured I'd do that now, so you don't have to call me later and then me miss the call, and you know how that goes. That's my thought anyway. Back to you, sir.
That works for me, man. I think I can remember that between now and 11 or 12 minutes. I'll do my best. But yeah, man, go have at it, and we'll talk to you later on. Your radio sounds absolutely fabulous as usual. K8QKO, KD-SLG. K5CFY, this is KD-SLG. Hi, Ray. Or not. That's right. Those guys don't link up until right at the start of the hour. So, anyway. All right, guys, we got about 7 minutes before the prenet starts. Anybody else out there want to chat?
Well, hi, Nick. This is W3TV. How are you doing tonight?
W8WKY.
There was a word from our sponsor, W3ATB, KD-SLG. I'm all right there, Eddie. I'm all right. I had like a 27 sneezing fit about half an hour ago. I'm still trying to recover from, I think. But other than that, I'm doing okay. How you doing?
Wow, 27 sneezes in a row. Wow, that's a lot. I don't think I've had more than 5 at the most. Yeah. And then it's really pretty painful in a way, sometimes, especially when they're, as my wife says, they're the very aggressive sneeze or the ones that really will tear you apart. So, yeah, I hope you don't have anything that you're coming down with. Actually, my granddaughters had some stuff on Easter Sunday. Actually, probably they got it before then, but they were feeling probably the worst on Easter Sunday. And they came over yesterday, and the older granddaughter was still coughing. But knock on wood, so far I don't feel too bad. So I don't think I got anything. Back to you, Nick.
Well, Eddie, I should have been more specific. It was 9 sets of 3 sneezes. How's that? And yeah, I'm a little sore in the middle now, but I survived. And no, I just think there's something in the air. I don't know if I kicked up some dust inside here, or I can't imagine there's anything floating around outside as much as it's been raining, but unless it's mold spores. So anyway, that's what's going on. No worries. We'll get through tonight. I was just looking down through the list. I was looking for KC3SEG. We've heard him a couple times over the last several weeks. It's really good to hear him. I was getting worried about him for a while.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised that he was on Sunday. Actually, as usual, he was on just before I was. I were. I don't even know if that's right. Anyway, yeah, it's good to hear Greg again. I don't know where he's been hiding, but maybe he'll come back and join the BeaconNet again as well. So yeah, he knows where I am. I haven't gone anywhere. I wanted to tell him that, but he said 73, so I said, well, all right, I'll just wait till next time. I'm still here, Greg, if you're out there. I haven't gone anywhere. That's what I usually tell a lot of people, I'm still here. All right. I'll turn it back over to you, Nick. Maybe you get somebody else on the line there. W3TV, back to KD8 SLG.
W3TV, KD8SLG. I got you on the list there, Eddie. We got about 3.5 minutes before the girl makes the announcement. I'm going to go grab a soda, make my last, and make some room for it. And I'll be back for pre-net, everybody. This is KD8SLG. All right, that was a quick one. This is KD8SLG. We got about 2 minutes here. I got enough time for a story, a Baofeng story. Tried to take a nap a little earlier this evening, and I kept thinking I was hearing voices, which is an odd occurrence when you don't live with anybody. And I knew it wasn't any of my radios around, and I kept hearing it. And, well, if you turn on that low voltage alarm on your Baofengs, it tells you when there's low voltage repeatedly. And, yeah, that's what it was. So the bathroom Baofeng was screeching low voltage, low voltage, low voltage. And that stirred me from my post-boredom breaker net slumber. So there's the Baofeng story. I hope everybody enjoyed it. We've got 50 seconds until the girl makes the announcement. Let's wait for her, please. Please stand by. This is KD8SLG.
The BeaconNet, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
Oh, there's my girl. QST, calling all amateurs to the BeaconNet. Sponsored by the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, right here on the W8WKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive setting a PL tone of 114.8. This is a directed and controlled net. We ask that all traffic pass through net control. Your net control operator this evening is Kilo Delta 8, Sierra Lima Golf, KD8 SLG. My personal is Nick, November India Charlie Kilo, just Nick. We meet here every Wednesday and Sunday night at 10 p.m. That's 9 o'clock Tulsa time. Early check-ins start a half hour early. That's me. So here's the way it works. Take a couple rounds of check-ins, and then I will go through that list and see who's sticking around for the big show and who's just in to get their ticket punched for the evening. I've taken the liberty of harvesting everybody from the blue screen tonight, so you better stick around and keep me from looking silly. And first thing we're going to do is check in with the BeaconNet crew tonight and make sure everybody's radios are working. We already talked to KD8QKO, so we can skip over him. Let's go up to KD8EPC. He'll be running the big show tonight. KD8EPC, this is KDSLG. Out there, Dustin?
KD8SLG and the BeaconNet pre-show. This is KD8EPC. We're here. We're as ready to go as we're going to be. And let's run this thing until midnight. Hi. KD8EPC, back to pre-net control.
You best not have jinxed us there, Dustin. And you got that wavy, crashy sound back. You want to try again? You what did you put on the radio earlier? Was that I forget. Tell me.
We had the desk Jesus on the radio. It gives it 10 dB of gain. So there you go. I haven't changed anything, so we'll see what happens. KD8EPC.
All right, man. Well, the end of that transmission cleaned up just fine. So don't move a thing. Say hi to Lucy for me. You know, Lucy the dog. KD8QKO, we already talked to him. Let's talk to Mike. He's got trivia tonight. KD8QWE. This is KDSLG. Good evening, Mike. How you doing? You ready to rock and roll?
W8WKY.
Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo. Yes, I'm here. I have a trivia question. I promised I wouldn't do any more days for a while, but I do have one. I think you sound great. I'm sure I sound like myself. I'm here, and I'm ready to go. Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo, back to KD8 SLG.
Fine business, Mike. You sound fabulous. Looking forward to tonight's trivia question. Going to clear with K8QWE. Let's talk to Miss Lucy, K8YUK. She's got alt trivia tonight. Hi, Lucy. How you doing, and how's your equipment working?
Kilo Echo 8, Yankee Uniform Kilo. Good to hear from you, just Nick. I don't know how the equipment's working. We survived the storm, as far as I know. Only a couple branches came down. So, fingers crossed that everything's fine. What's up, Josh? We're about to find out if the HF is connected to the VHF. It'll be fun. Let us know how we sound. K8YUK, back to KD8 SLG.
All right, you kids have fun. And looking forward to your trivia as well there, Miss Lucy. We're going to clear with K8YUK. Sound fine, by the way. And let's punch in with Eric, K8VZA. He has no responsibilities whatsoever, but figured I'd throw him up there anyway. How you doing tonight, Eric?
KD8SLG, KE8VZA. Doing well tonight, Nick. I hope you are too. Everybody's sounding good thus far on my end here. So I will turn it back to you, KE8VZA, back to pre-net control.
All right, Eric, real strong signal from you tonight. Thanks for being here. Going to clear with K8VZA. All right, let me tell you who I've harvested so far, and then we'll take a few rounds of check-ins. I got AV8MO Andy, WB8GKB Ed, K80 KDW Brad, K5CFY Ray, W8HRF Josh, K8ZRM Scott, K8YUG Josh, KF8ANS Marie, WB8CXO Mike, KG4SCK Mark, W3ETB Eddie, and K05SIE Aussie. I threw you on the list there, Aussie. All right, who wants to get on the list tonight? This is KD8SLG. I'm listening.
KD8SLG, W8KO. Good evening, Nick. Good evening. I'm not going to be staying with the group. I'm going to try to get some rest. I have an appointment in the morning down at the VA. Thank you for your advisement and for the kindness. So I'll talk to you at another time. KD8SLG for next control. This is Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo. Have a wonderful night, all of you.
Well, clean up that everybody jumping on everybody. This is K8AMX.
All right, let's see if I got everybody out of there. I got WV3K. Phil was in and out. Thanks, Phil. We'll talk to you later on. Have a great evening. I think I heard Fred under there, WA8KOC. I heard KE8MMY squeaking in, and K8AMMX. You were loud and clear. Did I miss anybody in that round? All right, I did okay. All right, let's take another round of check-ins here, and then we'll start talking to people. It's KD8SLG. I'm listening. Oh, man, I always say I don't like to hear awkward silence, but that was all right. All right, let's go up to the top of the list here and see who's sticking around tonight for the big show and who's just getting their ticket punched. AB8MO, KD8SLG. Good evening, Andy. How you doing? You sticking around tonight?
Well, other than the fact that I'm in the blue screen corner for being too overly affectionate on the blue screen, I'm doing okay. This is AB8MO. Well, I got one confirmation for 30 meters from the Austral Islands. So that's a new one in the log confirmed for me. So, yeah, I guess I'll stick around. Back to you there, Just Nick. Net control extraordinaire. This is AB8MO.
I don't know about all that, Andy, but I'm spending a lot of time in the chair. I'm guessing you didn't get called upon to NCO tonight?
Yeah, I got a call from the guy. He gave me a phone call and said I didn't have to be a net control station. So, you know what? I forgot to check in. Oops. Nope. I was relieved of my duty, and I am okay with that. Back to you there, Nick. This is AB8MO.
All right, man. No worries. You'll get another chance, I'm sure. Andy's sticking around. I'm going to clear with AB8MO. Let's talk to Ed real quick. WB8GKV. Ed, how are you tonight? I got you on the list early. Are you hooked up to the link?
Yes, we are. We're hooked up to the link there. Yes, sounds good. I remembered to turn it on a little early, but I wasn't at the radio. I was over writing a check, and that started taking too long. So I heard something on there, so that's why I got in there. So there you go. But anyway, it's Wednesday, so I try to remember what day is what's going on, and we'll be sticking around there and all that stuff. But I didn't get the check written. That's not. I don't care to write checks either. WB8GKV.
Oh, Ed, I heard you and Opie on Simplex at like 4 in the morning a few nights ago, and I tried to break in like 3 or 4 times, and you guys were just going on and on and on. I had to go back to sleep. I'll try again some other night or other morning. Not tomorrow morning, I assure you of that. All right, Ed, I got you sticking around. I'm going to clear a WB8GKV. Let's go down to Missouri, see what's up with Brad. KA0KDW, recovering from weather nets, I hear. How you doing, Brad? You sticking around tonight?
Unlike the golf ball size hail I had, I will be sticking around, although I do not want that to stick around. But I will be here, and looking forward to using my new club call sign for what, I don't know. Maybe I'll rewrite the net script where we operate as with the club call during my club's net, which is K0PLK, aptly named for Polk County Amateur Radio Club. This is KAZW. Back over to you, Nick.
Well, congrats on the new club call sign. Use it during club nets for sure, like I didn't last night during my club net. Anyway, all right there, Brad. And I got you sticking around, too. Going to clear with K0KDW. Let's go out to Tulsa, talk to Ray. K5CFY. Ray, what a great 4th anniversary we had today on the Boredom Breaker net. What do you think?
KD8, super likable guy. Yeah, it was really great. We definitely appreciate you and Mr. Dustin for doing the first hour on our 4-year anniversary of the Border Breaker net. It really was great. Appreciate everybody that helped us celebrate, and well, that's about all I got. I'll say hi to everybody, and we'll hang around for the really big show. So give it back to you there, Mr. Nick. I didn't know if you would be able to do the net tonight or not after everything you had going today on the Border Breaker net. But anyway, it was super. K5 CFY.
All in good fun, Ray, all in good fun. But, man, they got a little savage there second hour for a while, I got to tell you. And super likable guy. I'm sure there's obvious to some people out there that Ray has never actually met me. I'm going to clear with K5CFY. This is the W8WKY repeater. You're listening to the BeaconNet. I'm KD8SLG, and next up we're going to talk to Josh, W8HRF. How you doing, Josh? I'm guessing you're sticking around tonight. And what was the project you're working on?
W8WKY.
KD8SLG, W8HRF. Good evening, Nick. Good evening to everybody on the pre-net. Yep, I'll be sticking around. I was going to ask you how many check-ins you got on the net this morning and this afternoon. You and Dustin on the Boredom Breaker, and then you earlier on the Barometer net. What am I working on? I am working to install ham VoIP on a Raspberry Pi 3 Plus. I still have to order the Allstar kit, like the actual radio part that'll sit on the Pi, but I'll get there. Something to do tonight, and I was cleaning up my telescope, getting ready for the solar eclipse, and a few other things, hanging out with Betty, so it's been a good evening so far. So with that, I'll save the rest of my material for the net, and thanks for running the pre-net, and catch you later. KD8SLG, W8HRF.
W8HRF. Good to have you on board, Josh. And you know who to call if you got questions about that All-Star Pi setup. That would be AI5Q. Jairus just volunteered you there, Jairus. And Josh, let's see, did 49 on the Barometer net this morning, and the total for both hours on the Boredom Breaker net this afternoon was 81, as I recall. So yeah, it's been a busy day. Glad you're sticking around. Going to clear with W8HRF. Let's talk to Scott in Mansfield, KE8ZRM. How you doing, Scott? Are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
Roger. Stick around for the big show. I got a little, cold drink for the back neck, and I will be here and standing by. Everybody be safe. I hope everybody has a good week. And 7-3 to y'all, and glad to be here. This is K8ZRM, Scott from Mansfield, Ohio.
Fine business, Scott. Got you sticking around tonight. Going to clear with KE8ZRM. Let's go up to the north. Avon Lake. Talk to Josh and Marie. KE8YUG. Hey, are you sticking around tonight, or are you just getting your ticket punched?
WV4
WV4 Chuck, I hear you, but right now I'm calling for KE8YUG. Go ahead, Josh.
KE8SLG, this is KE8YUG. It's good to hear you again, Nick. And, yeah, we'll be sticking around. Looking forward to it. Sounding good as always. I'll send it back to pre-net control, KE8YUG.
All right, man, we got you sticking around. You're going to hand the microphone right over to Marie, KF8ANS, KDSLG. Hey, Marie, are you going to stay up late with us tonight?
KDSLG, this is KF8ANS. Hi, Nick. Hello. I've been dying to say that every time it gets a little better. Thanks for the blue screen grab also. And a fabulous job on their pre-net. I will be sticking around and staying up late for the show. Looking forward to it. This is KF8ANS. Back to pre-net control.
All right, Marie, you're sounding more comfortable every time I hear you on the radio. That's a wonderful thing. Going to clear with KF8ANS, who's sticking around. Let's punch in with the guy who streams us on YouTube, WB8CXO. Mike, are you out there tonight, or did you just pop your head in to say hi?
Hello, Nick, and everybody who's checked in. This is WB8CXO. I'm also chatting on 220, and John, KA8GKG, says hello to everybody. I've been getting kicked around by computers today. The computer that I used to live stream on crashed right during the Boredom Breakers net. Of course, it was my fault because I insist on abusing it while it's doing the live stream, and this time it finally got back at me. But then I've been trying to get my Logitech mouse working again, and I failed doing that. And then I've noticed something has creeped up on my laptop that I don't want there, and I'm having a hard time getting rid of that. So I might just shut everything off and go upstairs and forget about it. Other than that, everything's great. 7-3 to everybody. Have a great net, and we'll catch you the next time. WB8CXO.
All right, Mike. Sounds like the gremlins are after you there, buddy. It sounds like the gremlins have got you. Sometimes it's best to just shut it down and walk away, I hear you. And it only happens when you're busy. Absolutely. Going to clear with WB8CXO. And once again, thanks for streaming us there, Mike. Let's check in with Mark in the middle. KG4SDK. Mark, are you going to stay up late with us tonight, or are you just here to get your ticket punched? Oh, where'd he go? KG4SDK, KDSLG. I'll bet you dollars to donuts he's on the phone with his wife. So we'll keep going down the list. W3ETV, Eddie. It's KDSLG. You sticking around tonight, Eddie?
Yeah, hi, Nick. Yes, definitely will be sticking around to hear what the trivia questions are and give my answers. Was thinking about what Scott said about a cold drink, and I had my Guinness for tonight, so I might go down and make myself a cup of tea and have some tea. And Ossie had sent me a beautiful picture of his new motorcycle, and Ossie, I want to let you know that I went into a dream state at that point when I saw it, and I could imagine the wind blowing through my hair and the bugs in my teeth. So there you go. W3ETV, back to net.
All right there, Eddie. We got you sticking around tonight. Speaking of Aussie, KO5SIE, KDSLG. How you doing, Aussie? You gonna stick around trivia tonight, or you just stopping by? KO5SIE, KD8SLG. Out there, Aussie?
Hey, yes, I am. The repeater identification kind of took over there. Didn't hear the call, but Eddie, that's not a motorcycle. That's a mobile radio holder. That's what I tell the wife. So mobile radio holder, not a motorcycle.
All right, Aussie. We'll call that the Mike Romeo Hotel. Mike Romeo Hotel. How's that sound?
I like that. That works really well. So anyway, just wanted to check in with you tonight, and I may be around later, but we'll see. Work might intervene there. But I'll say 73 and let you get down the list there.
All right, Aussie. Dustin will give you a holler later. Going to clear with KO5SIE. Let's talk to Fred, WA8KOC. Are you still up in Sandusky there, Fred? And are you sticking around tonight, or are you just getting your ticket punched? Oh, Fred, you're still linked up. I see you. WA8KOC. Out there, Fred?
Yes, sir, I am, but I haven't heard the last two transmissions from you going out to those checking in. Good evening. Good to hear you, just Nick. My apologies for not being able to check in on your hour of the Border Breaker net this afternoon. You guys are busy, really busy, and it just so happens I missed it, but glad to be in here with you this evening. I did check in with Ray this second hour of the Boredom Breakers net. You know, we're all looking for some kind of influence and some kind of intelligence. So the actual fortune cookie I opened this evening said, don't worry about the world coming to an end. It's already tomorrow in Australia. I am looking forward to getting up in the morning. Hopefully I'll see Miss Emma Reckenberg on Newsmax. She's so sweet. My oldest son is going to take me out to breakfast in the morning. I'm going to get together with colleagues for afternoon lunch tomorrow. And then my youngest son is going to have me over to his house tomorrow evening for sloppy joes and french fries, which should be an all just fabulous time. But I will not be able to stay awake late this evening if I want to do all of that, because I'm an old guy, and you know that. So with that, I'll say thanks for taking my check-in. Appreciate hearing everybody. Everybody's sounding wonderful. And, man, you've got a busy, busy week, amateur radio-wise. I sincerely appreciate you. And I hope that you have a good evening and a wonderful rest of the week. I'll be looking forward to checking in tomorrow morning on the Barometer Net with you. Take good care of yourself, pal. We'll say 7-3 to you and everyone else here on this wonderful net. KD8SLG and the Beacon Net. 7-3 WA8KOC.
WA8KOC, KDSLG. Yeah, we were busy this afternoon. I couldn't even look at the dashboard to see who was there or wasn't. I was just trying to keep up with things. So, it sounds like you have a busy day tomorrow. Have a great time there, Fred. I'll be listening for you in the morning. And we did do 49 this morning on your shift, so we had a good day this morning on the Barometer Net. That's for sure. All right, going to clear with WA8KOC. Let's talk to Chris here. KE8MMY. Chris, are you still out there, and are you sticking around tonight?
Round, stick around, I'll stick around, round, round, I'll stick around. Hey, all you crazy cats and kittens out there, this is Kilo Echo 8, Mike Yankee. I am in for the whole nutty show.
All right, that's what we need, a little energy in here tonight, Chris. Good to have you on board. I got you sticking around. and I'm trying to slow roll it there between transmissions so I don't lose you guys on the links. I think I was getting a little trigger happy there. All right, Chris, got you sticking around. Going to clear with K8MMY. Let's talk to Dick. K8AMX. Good evening, Dick. How you doing? Are you going to stick around with us tonight, or you just want to impart some wisdom on us and go to bed?
Well, hello, Nick, and hello, all the chickens and the scanners, and everybody that is those scanners. They got to get a license one of these days, and have the fun like I have. I'm sitting in a pile of coaxial cable and troubleshooting my antenna and waiting for a day we can drop that bad boy and find out where the short is in that. And then we're carefully looking at the 7610 here and trying to see if it is ill or not. It's hard to figure that out. So anyway, I'm probably not going to be available. I'm going to buzz up and say hi to John and Mike up on 220, and then probably get back here to the high frequencies and see what we can find out here. So anyway, back to that. You guys have a great time. 73 to everybody. This is Kilowatt 8, American Motors Experimental, living the dream in beautiful downtown Firestone Park.
K8MAAMX, KD8SLG. Sounds like you got the evening planned out there, Dick. Thanks for stopping in to say hi to us. 7610 is way above my pay grade, so I can't help you out with that one. Have a great night, Dick. I'll be listening for you in the morning. Going to clear with K8AMX. Let's talk to Kelly out in Tulsa, KC0LRM. Good evening, Kelly. It's been a minute or two. How are you? And are you sticking around tonight?
Oh, KD8SLG. Hey, thanks for getting me in there. Yeah, I did miss Sunday. I think I might have talked to you before that. But, yep, I will be sticking around for the big show. I got other things to do, but I can do them while I'm listening to the radio, so that's always nice. All right, well, back to you, and I'll let you get on down the list. All right, y'all have a good one.
All right, Kelly, great to hear you. I got you sticking around tonight. Going to clear with KC0LRM. We're going to stay out in Tulsa, talk to Jairus, AI5Q. This is KD8SLG. Hey, Jairus, how are you? You going to stay up with us tonight?
KD8SLG and the net. I can't get no satisfaction. That's what I got banned for trying to be funny on the net one time, or on the radio one time for, so now I'm not allowed to sing at all. But, yeah, I blew the transmission in a truck today. It was sounding kind of weird, and I just kept driving it because I was like, well, it'll show its true colors and what's wrong here shortly, and it did when I went to the plant. I got about 2 miles away from the plant, and the transmission crabbed to the bed. So I got to turn around and spend about 20 minutes limping it back 2 miles, and then get another truck with a bad transmission problem where the cable is not connected to the shifter on the transmission, so you have to get out after you shut it off and move it into gear by hand and hope for the best. So, a little bit of baling wire, and I made it home, and it's all good. But I will be sticking around for the net. Appreciate you running it. Glad I got in on the boredom breaker net for the 4-year anniversary with Dustin today. And back over to you from AI5Q.
AI5Q, KDSLG. Sounds like you had quite a day. You can have another Budweiser Zero tonight, I think. Another one. Just one more. Got you sticking around, Jairus. Good to hear from you. AI5Q, KDSLG. WV4, Chuck, are you still out there? I made you wait, man. I'm sorry I didn't hear you earlier tonight, and I didn't notice when you jumped in there on Echolink, but I got you now. Are you going to stay up with us tonight, or you just want to say hi to everybody? WB4AIZ, KDSLG, out there, Chuck? Okay, nothing heard there from Chuck. He usually gets in long before the net starts. I may have missed him. So sorry about that, buddy. All right, we got one more there, Dustin. Let me say hi to Mark here. KC8FQV. Are you sticking around tonight, Mark?
W8WKY.
Well, Nick, yep. I'm doing like you did with all these nets. I did a good job today with all my programs I like doing. I got my poker show in. Well, it's taped. I watched a little bit of it. Did the food net and did these 2 nets this evening just before yours with the Cars group and the Wooster group. And now we're here, and I got one more thing to do, and I'm going to go get the calendar up and connect to a Zoom meeting out in Washington State. But we'll be around for the show. So, KCFQV.
All right, Mark. Sounds like you had a busy day. Got you sticking around tonight. I'm going to try KG4SCK one more time. KG4SCK, KDSLG. Are you out there? Did you go to bed, Mark? Heard. Mark, we must have lost KG4SCK. All right there, Dustin. Sorry I ran over a little bit like we did on Ray this morning or this afternoon. It's time for you to light up the nighttime airwaves there, Dustin. Everyone who checked in here on the pre-show, thank you very much. KD80PC, this is KDSLG. Light them up, Dustin.
All right, thank you there, Nick. Good evening and welcome to the Beacon Net. My name is Dustin. My call sign is KD80PC, and I'll be net control for the evening. The Beacon Net meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8WKY repeater 147.390 with a positive offset and PL tone of 114.8. Allstar Node 48496 and Echolink W8WKY-R. This is a directed net. All traffic must pass through net control, and all stations are welcome to check in. We'll take multiple rounds of check-in, so if you don't get in the first time, just stand by and we'll get to you as soon as we can. We're linked with our friends in Oklahoma that do drop in and various other repeaters, so we ask that you keep for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit so we hear everything you have to say. Before we start taking check-ins, if there are any emergency or priority traffic, please call now. All right, not hearing any emergency traffic. Stations that haven't already checked in the pre-show would like to check into the Beacon. Please say your call phonetically followed by alphabetically along with your name and location.
Net control.
Echo 8 Bravo Hotel Quebec KE8.
Good evening. Please check in. Whiskey 4 Victor India Alpha. That's W4VIA. Robert, I'll be in Gainesville, Florida, short time.
All right, I picked up KBHQ Ben, and I got a W4 VIA Robert in Florida there, short time. Do we have any other check-ins for the beacon net? Please call now. All right, nothing heard. We added Miss Sandy and AG5 SYC and Nickelodeon. Oh boy, I forget his call, but we got them on the list there, and we're gonna go up here and get our trivia questions and start this thing out. So let's go see what Mike has for us, our trivia master. QWE, take it away.
Kilo Echolink, Quebec, Whiskey Echo. Okay, this is another one with a date, but I think it is kind of a cool question. This is for you guys that like to put half a dozen antennas on top of your car. Okay, what year was the first ham radio installed in a car? A, 1917, B, 1919, C, 1920, and D, 1921. Again, what year was the first ham radio installed in a car? A, 1917, B, 1919, C, 1920, or D, 1921? I'll go ahead and put this in the blue screen. Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo, back to KD8 EPC.
All right, thank you so much there, Mike. We're going to think about that one for a while, so, oh boy. Let's go get our alternate trivia, though, now. K8YUK, Miss Lucy, good evening. What do you have for us?
K8EPC, this is K8YUK. Hi, everybody. Here's your alt trivia. Due to the trivia contest, or not trivia contest, my goodness, the T-shirt contest we've got going in the Sarah Club, I felt inspired. So what is the origin of the modern T-shirt? A Roman garb known as a tunic. B, a pair of long underwear cut in half. C, a shirt made popular as an extra layer when driving the Model T. Or D, the only shirt Colonel Cornwaldo Bean will wear during tea time. Again, what is the origin of the modern T-shirt? A Roman garb known as a tunic. B, a pair of long underwear cut in half. C, a shirt made popular as an extra layer when driving the Model T. Or D, the only shirt Colonel Cornwaldo Bean will wear during tea time. That's all for me. Back to you, Dustin.
All right, thank you so much there, Miss Lucy. And, you know, it's obviously got to be answer D for yours there. So just mark me down for that. Hi. But, all right, let's see here. We got our trivia questions and answers here. Let's go down here and get our short times. And we're going to start with Robert here, W4 VIA. How you doing?
Pretty good tonight. I'm kind of enjoying this net. Kind of figured it out, and I run across it maybe a couple months ago here in Gainesville, and got a couple friends interested in it, so I got them started in it, and that's about all I have. Kind of enjoyed the net. That's about all I have right now, and sitting up here in Gainesville waiting on get ready to go to bed. That's all I say, 73 to everybody. W4VI.
All right there, Robert. We're glad to have you with us. We're here every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We start taking early check-ins at 9:30, so come back and visit us when you can. Before you go, though, did you want to take a shot at our trivia questions?
I have no idea. But anyway, I appreciate it. 73. Y'all have a great one.
All right there, Robert. We'll say 73 and come back and visit us again here real soon. All right, I think that was the only short-timer mobile I had there, so we're going to go start way back up here at the top in the land of snow and maple syrup with Aviator-Mo. Andy, how you doing?
Yeah,
that'd be correct. KD8EPC and the, let's see, what is BeaconNet? This is AB8MO. All right, well, working a little FT8 here on 60 meters, which I haven't been on in a while on 60. And, well, I'm getting worked quite a bit because I haven't been on 60 meters in a while. So anyway, good evening. On a little bit of a vacation now officially for the next week and a half. Haven't taken any time off since last December. So anyway, cleared a little spot on my shelf for more stuff, and I'm sure my shelf will be blowing up by the time I get back. Oh well, that's just the way it works. I guess some would call that job security. So let's see here, getting to the trivium. First off, I sure like to know how you can get a sponsored trivia marker. Somebody threw that in there, I think it was Sunday. This trivia marker was sponsored by somebody. I'd like to know how I can be a sponsor of a trivia marker. Let's see here, where is the question? Oh, okay, let's see here. For Lucy's question, I'll take B, Bravo. A pair of long underwear cut in half. I don't think that's right, but I'll give it a shot. And for Mike's rather, let's see here. We'll do 1920. Because that was when my grandfather was born in 1920. So I guess that would be what? Charlie Bravo in that particular order. Alrighty. Well, Dustin, maybe we can make it happen. Get together here and grab a bite to eat during my vacation. That would be nice. Katie and EPC and the BeaconNet. Good night, all. This is AB8MO.
All right there, Andy. Well, that sounds good. I'll get with you and we'll figure it out here. But in the meantime, enjoy your vacation and get some rest and get to enjoy your time there. So we get you out for Charlie and Bravo. We'll say 73. That brings me on over to Ed now. WB8GKV. Good evening.
There you go. WB8GKV is here. Let me see the first question. Gosh, I kind of got those answers. I just didn't have a clue on some of those, but I think I'll take. I decided to take something, and then I changed my mind, and now I'm all messed up there. But let's go for Alpha on the main one, and I'll probably take C on that's both of them. I kept changing my mind, so we'll go for C on the second trivia. And gosh, T-shirts. This is kind of a tough question there too. So I don't know, but we'll go with A on the first one and C. That's about all I can do tonight. It's really kind of there were some kind of questions there. I was going to say I had my own radio put in 1917, but I think I'm thinking of some grandfather. I don't think I did it. For a while there, I was thinking I was the guy that did it in 17, but then I got to thinking it might have been a few years later. So that's the story on the first mobile radio. Anyway, with that, Dustin, good to hearing everybody in there tonight. And say good evening, all that kind of stuff. And did you get enough rain over there? WB8GKV.
All right there, Ed. Well, good to have you with us. And I'll tell you what, I don't think we did get enough rain there. And boy, I had something else I was going to say to you, but you know how it goes, in one ear and right out the other. So we got you down for Alpha and Charlie, and yeah, Ed, I think we need a little more rain. So 1917. If you put a radio in a car in 1917, that'd make you well over 100 years old, and I know better than that. So there you are. We'll say 73, and we'll talk to you there down the log. All right, let's go over here and talk to the next troublemaker here, KI5DAY, all day long. Alan at the Big W, how are you?
Hey,
Dustin, KI5DAY, and it's good to see everybody there on the blue screen as well. I'm on Reg 2 about at the moment and saying howdy to a few. And so hi, Sandy, Nick, Eric, Eddie, Lucy, Dustin, everybody else. Good to see you guys. I got to go back to work here in about 15 or so. I might make it back before the end of the net. I don't have much left to wrap up tonight, so we'll see how that goes. But hope everybody's doing well. I'm out here just loving on an airplane, so I'll send it back to you. And it's 73 for now. KI5DAY, back to you, bud.
All right there. Glad to have you with us this evening. And boy, the thought of them letting you work on airplanes just scares the heck out of me. I'm starting to wonder if you were working on some of those ones for Alaska Airlines that lost the door off the side there. Hi. Great to hear you, Alan. Always a pleasure, my friend. So you take it easy. Have a great rest of the evening, and we'll catch you again there real soon. Alan was the only other short time I had there, so we're going to jump back on up here and go over to Missouri and talk to Brad. K80KDW, how are you?
Alrighty, and hopefully I'm not all broken. My download is Verizon is being everything's all broken. But my trivia questions are in the blue screen. The radio, CB, for the answers, Charlie Bravo. Or Citizens Band. We'll stick with the radio theme this evening, why not? Things are going all right. Speaking of rain, got 2.33 inches over here Monday night, Tuesday morning. That came in 2 rounds. Both rounds, 30 minutes apiece. One half in 30 minutes, next the other 30 minutes. So within an hour total was most of that rain. So it came down, and it came down fast. And that second round had me a little on edge. Normally, the storms don't bother me. I'm used to the trailer rocking, even during no severe weather, just wind. But there was a part where, it sounded like I was in a car wash when the rain was coming down, because the rain was not coming down. It was horizontal and going into the trailer, or the trailer. So it sounded like I was in a car wash for quite a bit of the time. And while all that was going on, I could feel things flexing and whatnot. I suddenly felt a cold chill run down my spine, and my heart started acting up too. It started jittering real fast, and then it would slow way down and jitter real fast. About 30 seconds of that off and on, everything stopped. So there you go. I was a little on edge for that one. Haven't had that experience in a long time. So there's that. But otherwise, hopefully I'm done with the weather for a while. I need a good vocal break. I didn't. After turning the radio off at 2:30 Tuesday morning, 7 o'clock tonight was the first time I've had the radios on. So there you go, a good little rest. I will send you a reminder if I don't forget. But tomorrow night I'll be running the Nixa, Missouri Amateur Radio Club's weekly net at 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern. Sorry about that, timed out. But all are welcome. Allstar Node 44114, which is my node. You can connect there, as that's easier to remember than the other number, in my opinion. So 44114, 7:30 p.m. tomorrow night. Hope I can get a few extras from this net to say hi. K0KDW, back over to you, Dustin.
All right there, Brad. Well, you went sideways a couple of times, but I got the majority of what you said, and sounds like you had quite the weather there. We had a little bit of heavy rain yesterday, but none of the severe weather they were calling for. It all came south of me, so there you go with that. We'll get you down for Charlie and Bravo, and send me that reminder, and I'll try my best to make a quick appearance. So we'll say 73 to you, and that brings me down to Mr. Ray now. K5 CFY. Good evening, Ray. Happy 4th anniversary of the Boredom Breaker Net. Take it away.
88 EPC in the net. This is K5 CFY. Good evening there, Mr. Dustin. I figured you'd be wore out after all those check-ins on the Border Breaker net today, but you and Nick did an awesome job as usual. Let's see, before I forget it, I want to go with Delta and Bravo. Delta and Bravo. So anyway, thanks for lighting up the airways for us tonight. We definitely enjoyed listening to you guys and hear everybody down there. We'll say 73, and we'll hang around and see how many of these got them right. K5 CFY.
W8WKY.
All right there, K5 CFY. We got you down for Delta and Bravo there, Ray, and fine business on the net. I guess we got 81 overall today. Not bad at all. So thanks for letting us do the first hour Wednesday. We really do appreciate it. And for anybody who doesn't know, you can find Ray and all the other wonderful net controllers on the Boredom Breaker net every day at noon Central Time on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. Runs a couple hours. They switch net controls at the top of the hour, and they welcome rechecks. So with that, Ray, we'll say 73. Have a great evening, and we'll catch you there down the log. All right, now we're going to go over to Mr. Lucy, W8HRF. Good evening. Take it away.
KD8 EPC W8HRF. Good evening, Dustin. Good evening to everyone on the Beacon net. I'm going to get trivia out of the way. Man, good questions tonight. I guess I'm going to go with 1917 for Mike's question. And then for Lucy's, I have to go with Delta. Colonel Cornwall, the kind of shirt that Colonel Cornwaldo Bean wears during tea time. That sounds like it's the only correct answer. Yeah, just sitting here working on installing a Linux image. Looks like it just finished. So hopefully if I plug it in here, it'll actually boot correctly. I did not realize how many Raspberry Pis I had lying around, and I need to find some projects to stick in. I got a Pi 0 lying around here, a Pi 4, a Pi 3 Plus, and I got two others in a box back over there. Goodness gracious. Anyways, man, we survived the rain over here. The basement did not flood, so apparently the wall repairs we went and we did over the past couple of months seem to be holding, so I'm very happy about that. Just got a little moisture around the door, and so I'm very, very pleased. Not too much else going on. Was just hanging out with Betty tonight. She was being very funny, sitting there humming and singing to herself, and we were just playing around in the basement. She's quote-unquote helping me clean, which means grabbing cords, running around, pulling stuff out of boxes. So it was a good evening. So I'll turn it back to you, Dustin. Hope you're doing well. Nice to make it on all three nets today. I made it in on the barometer net, checked in early on the Boredom Breaker, and got the Beacon net. So very pleased. Thanks for running the net, and we'll catch you further down the log. KD8 EPC, W8HRF.
All right there, Joshua. Great to have you with us. And boy, you've got the hookup on the Pis there. I'll tell you what, you ought to build yourself a high-powered node. I've got one built with Motorola's, and they're fun. So if you ever want to build one, I can show you how to do that. So there you go. We got you on for Alpha and Delta, and great to hear you, my friend. And we're tired. We were going to bed, about the time the barometer net was ending, about 8:30 or 9 there. So there you go. We'll say 73 for now, and we're going to go over to Scott, K8ZRM. Good evening.
Well, good evening. I hope everybody's doing well and, enjoying themselves. For the Charlie for the first one, and Bravo for the second. And that's my answer. That's my final answer. But, everybody sounds really good coming in. So, 7-3, and have a good night, and I'll...
All right there, Scott. Well, thanks so much for stopping by. We got you down for Charlie and Bravo there. We'll say 73 to you, and you have yourself a great evening. And that brings me over to Josh now, K8YUG. Good evening.
KD8EPC, this is KE8YUG. Good evening, Dustin. Good hearing you. Everybody else out there, yeah, we'll start with the trivia. For the first one, the main one, I'm going to go B Bravo, and for the alternate trivia, I'll go with A Alpha. So B Bravo, A Alpha. Yeah, it was a good week here. Man, I'm looking forward to the weekend, of course, but it's been a good week, getting a lot of stuff done. Work stuff, house stuff around here. Good net day, got in a couple different nets, and yeah, I got to enjoy some radio time. Outside of that, we'll probably try and catch it, maybe probably part of Planet Earth 3. We got that, so we've been enjoying that and watching that together. It's yeah, I've always liked it since the beginning, and we're making our way through the third one now. But everybody stay dry. Sounds like it's getting a little stormy out there. Everybody stay dry and take care tonight. I'll say 73 and send it back to net. K8YUG.
All right there, Josh. We got you down for a Bravo and Alpha this evening. Thanks so much for joining us, my friend. As always, we'll say 73 to you, and we'll catch you there down the log. Let's go over here to Marie now, KF8ANS. How you doing?
KD8EPC, Dustin, this is KF8ANS, Marie here. Hi everybody, doing good today. Finally Wednesday, so we're happy.
Gonna get a radio check.
First I'm gonna do the trivia. I'm gonna go for the first one, B Bravo, and for the alternate I'm gonna go A Alpha. So B Bravo, A Alpha. With all the rain we've been getting, oh my god, it's been coming down a lot. And yes, sometimes it sounds horrible outside. But yesterday, my neighbor and I were texting, and she was like, look outside, there's a rainbow right outside, right up front. And I looked outside, and there, what was cool is we could see like both ends of the rainbow. And if you look close, it was a double rainbow. So it was cool that the neighbor texted me, look up front, and there was a double rainbow there, so that was pretty neat. We've been getting ready for the eclipse. We're almost in 100% in the main line of sight, so no reason to leave the house, We'll be staying put, and the neighbor, I think, will be taking some more photos, so that'll be cool. So 73 all. This is KF8ANS, back to net.
All right there, Marie. Well, thanks so much for joining us. We got you down for Bravo and Alpha, and enjoy the eclipse for sure. We're looking forward to it, too. We took the day off of work because I understand things might get a little crazy. So we'll say 73 to you, and we'll catch you there down the log. And that brings me down to Eddie for the second time today, WA3ETV. How are you?
Yeah, hi, Dustin. Yeah, 2 times in one day. Yeah, how about that? We just can't beat it, can we? Anyway, yeah, when This Sandy had brought up Alan's hair. It reminded me of the song Hair from the movie Hair. Now I got that stuck in my head. Thank you very much, Sarah, Miss Sandy. Anyway, yeah, for the trivia questions, yeah, I don't know about this first one as far as it being 1917. That seems to be like, you know, did they have a key in there with CW or something other? You know, probably. Anybody ever watch Murdoch, you know, on the public TV or the I think it's Ovation or something other? You know, he's always doing stuff, you know, in the older days, you know, when they had the antique cars and stuff like that. You know, so he might have actually put a CW radio or something other in there with a key, so he could do his telegraph. But I don't know. 1917 seems a little bit, you know, far away from me. I'm probably wrong, as I usually am, so I'm going to go with D for 1921 on the main trivia. And as far as the other question goes, for Lucy's question, basically I totally forgot what it was, but I think I have to dig out my old, upper top of the long underwear that I used to have. So I will go with B on that one. So and yes, Miss Lucy, I did have a pair of underwear that had a upper top and a lower top. Long johns, as they called them, you know, but it was mostly for winter use. But sometimes I would wear it for bed, and the wife would freak out. So anyway, turning it back to you, Dustin, before I get in trouble here. W3 TV, back to that.
All right there, Eddie. Well, great to hear you twice in one day. We got you down for Delta and Bravo there. We're going to say 73 to you for now. And that's going to bring me down to Aussie, KO5SIE. How are you? All right, let's try that again. KO5SIE, Aussie, are you out there? All right, nothing heard. Let's go talk to Chris then, K8MMY. Good evening.
Well, hey, howdy there. Sorry, it took me a second to find the mic. I'm still cooking a little bit, getting ready for my dinner. That's why I'd be up so late. I'm going to say for the radio in the car, I'm going to say 1919. Just a guess, but that's where I'll be on that. And then for the T-shirt, I'm going to have to go with the Romans. They were doing cool stuff way a long time ago. So toga, 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 toga. There you go. So great listening to everybody. K8MMY. Why? Because we like you. Stay dry.
All right there, Chris. We got you down for a Bravo and Alpha, and you stay dry also, my friend. We'll say 73, and that brings me back over there to Tulsa. We're going to go talk to Kelly Casey, 0LRM. Good evening.
KD8EPC. Hey, thanks for getting me in there, Dustin. For my trivia answers, I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to go D and D because I don't know. So that'll have to work. I heard y'all had a good net today. If I'd known it was the 4th anniversary, I would have made a way to get out there at lunchtime, but maybe next time. I'll be sure there for the 5th anniversary. Heard it was kind of crazy too. So thanks for running that, and nice talking to you again. And I'll let you get on down the list. All right, back to you, Dustin.
All right there, Kelly. We got you down for Delta and Delta there. And, yeah, you know, it was a good time. We got like 41, and I think I ran like 10 or 12 minutes over. But we had a good time doing it. So there you go. We're going to say 73 to you for now, and hopefully we'll catch you on the 5th anniversary of the Boredom Breaker Net. We're going to stay over there in Oklahoma, and we're going to go talk to our good friend Jairus, AI5Q. Good evening.
KDA, EPC, and the net, AI5Q here. Just wanted to say hello and appreciate you running the net tonight. I've already entered my answers as beta and beta, or Bravo and Bravo, or Baker and Baker, depending on which phonetic alphabet you subscribe to. So I generally use the military phonetic alphabet, Bravo, Bravo, but everybody's got their own personal preference, and they can use whatever words they want as long as it helps you understand what's going on. I was glad I got to check in with you today. I remembered right at 12 o'clock that it was the 4th anniversary and that you were running it, Dustin, so I got on Echolink and probably waited 30 or 40 minutes before I got to check in, but I got to check in, so that's all that matters. I was driving the truck and listening to the net and having a good time, so I had a great time until the truck transmission decided to take a dump in the bed and quit working. And then I had to switch to another truck that had a different transmission problem, but it's all good. I made it home, and that's the important thing, and that's what my wife is about, is the fact that I made it home, and I can probably make it to work tomorrow, and if I can't, it's just a phone call to a tow truck away, and I will be there eventually. AI5Q saying 73 for now, and take care. I appreciate you running the net and putting up with me and everybody else.
Well, we're glad to have you in there, Jairus, for sure. And, boy, I had a couple of points to visit with you. First of all, with the phonetics, I've decided to subscribe to Remmel's phonetics. I heard him earlier with some excellent phonetics on the second hour of the Boredom Breaker Net talking to Ray. So those are the ones I'm going to go with there. And secondly, I had a follow-up question on the truck. You said you had to get out to shift it. So how does that work once you can't start it in gear? It won't start and drive. So what do? You start it in neutral, you pop it and drive, and try to jump out from under it before it runs you over, or what?
Yeah, so the real answer is you start it in park, okay? You set the parking brake. You hope to God it holds. You click it back into reverse, neutral, and then drive. You have to feel the clicks on the shifter. Hope it doesn't run you over. Jump in the truck and then drive around and drive until you come to a stop and have to completely stop, and then now you have to get under the truck and shift it back into park in order for it to start again. But you can shut it off while it's in drive, but you can't retract the key until it's in park. So it's kind of a little bit of a dance and a little bit of a headache, but that baling wire made it a whole lot easier to deal with, let me tell you. I was able to keep the shifter cable in place all the way home, and looking forward to maybe getting it fixed here shortly. But yeah, if it wasn't for the parking brake, I would not have been able to make it home. AI5Q.
You know me, Jairus, I'm a glutton for punishment, and I love driving beaters, and I have driven my fair share of them, but I've got to say, if my first work truck the transmission went out on, and then I go to leave in the second one and its linkage doesn't work, I mean, I get you were 2 hours away, you didn't have much of a choice, but man, I would have just stopped right there and been like, man, somebody give me a tow truck or a Uber or something home. You could have always called me and just Nick. You would have been waiting a while, but we would have come and picked you up high. So There you go. With that, great to hear you, Jairus. As always, we got you down for B&B. We're going to say 73, and we'll talk to you again there real soon. All right, let's go and talk to the northernmost mark, KC8 Fox Queen Victor. Take it away. All right, one more time, KC8 FQV. Mark, you there?
All right. Yep, I just said hello by over on the net, over on the Zoom to Q, B to Q. And, well, on Lucy's, I'm going to say B on that one. And on the other one, I'm going to say Charlie. I was trying to find it. What in the booster? I couldn't find it. I know it. Possibly it should be in there. But, yeah, I did pretty good today on these nets. Did the morning net, did the noon, the one. Yeah, remember the food net, my polkas. That's recorded, so I'll have to go watch that. Stopped in the 3 nets tonight. The only thing I forgot about, and Andrew, I don't know if he ran that tonight in Warren's Wednesday night net at 146.97 or not. But that's the only thing I didn't listen to, and I could listen to it on Broadcastify. I guess I got to put that one in my schedule. But other than that, we'll catch everyone in the morning. I'll probably sleep good tonight. So, back it comes, KCFQE. But, yeah, B on Lucy's and C on the other one. So, KCFQV.
All right there, Mark. We got you down for Charlie and Bravo. We're going to say 73 and have a great evening. Let's go catch Ben now, K8BHQ. Good evening. How are you?
KD8EPC, KE8BHQ. I'm doing pretty good, Dustin. Just got home. That's really about all I got, so I'll get to trivia. I'm going to take a guess on both of them and go with alpha and alpha. That's about all I've got, so I'll give it back to you. This is KE8BHQ.
All right there, Ben. Thanks for stopping by. We got you down for alpha and alpha. Thanks for being patient there, and we'll say 73 for now and catch you down the log. Let's jump on over to Texas to Cibolo and talk to Miss Sandy, KG5SYC. Good evening. How are you?
This is KG5SYC, and hello, Dustin and the net. Oh, my goodness, the blue screen. Yeah, I don't know who's got more input out there, but maybe Eddie or Alan. Those two are being the ones that are being picked on or picked with, so I guess that would be it. Yeah, I guess they're well liked, and I'm kind of excited to be able to go down and meet Jairus and Alan and Ray and all the other net controllers that do the board breaker and that, and get a face-to-face with them. That'll be cool. Always appreciate you guys up there in Ohio and your hospitality. It's 100%, and I'm sure Oklahoma is going to be the same way, or I'm hoping. We'll see but we'll see where Oklahoma sits in comparison to Ohio. It's game on, I guess. At any rate, we watched the little ones today while Daddy went out and celebrated his birthday and went fishing, and had a good time, I guess, and left the 2 little boys with Oma and Opa, and we got them got to meet with their schedule and everything, putting them down for naps and having fun playing Play-Doh and watching TV, and I guess if Alan needs a new song, I guess it's Bluey. There you go, Alan. learn the song Bluey, because it's Mom and Dad and all those, and it'll ring in your ears forever. At any rate, trivia. Better take a nickel for my time. This is KG5SYC. Hopefully that was long enough. All right, let's go to trivia. I'm going to go with the main question as B and Lucy's question as A. And I guess we'll be maybe participating in the after party if Nickelodeon can keep his eyes awake. I'll be lucky if Nickelodeon's able to be on after me and have 2 cents to put in. But this is KG5SYC, back to net control.
All right there, Miss Sandy. Well, we're almost to the bottom of the list. That after party may be before you know it there. So there you go. I wish we could be at the Ham Fest, but me and Nick sold all the catalytic converters for our trip to Michigan already. Hi. So we can't make that one, but it's always good when we do get to see you guys up here. And those Oklahoma folks are very accommodating and very nice people. And I hope you get to meet them all and shake their hand. Just watch for Alan. He's a bit of a pickpocket. Hi. So we'll say 73 to Miss Sandy. We got you down for Bravo and Alpha. And that brings me over here to Nickelodeon KF5ADE. How you doing?
Good evening, all. This is KF5ADE Nickelodeon, and I've got a silly question to ask. I guess it wouldn't hurt to have him reread it, but I was wondering what the variables were on the first question. I'm in complete concurrence with Sandy on the T-shirt question. My answer is also going to be in agreement with hers, A. But I'm not sure if she's going to be right on that because I don't know what the variables are for the years. What I thought I heard was different than what I think they are. So, therefore, set me straight, please. This is KF5AD.
Oh, set you straight, Nickelodeon. This is the blind leading the blind. You're in the wrong place for that, but I tell you what, I'll have the question reread. Do you need the alternate reread also?
No, just the primary one is what I need. We're going to go with alpha on Miss Lucy's question. That's going to be a definite strong alpha.
All right, let's go back up here to our trivia master real quick. QWE, Mike, would you please reread us the trivia question?
Kilo Echo Lake, Quebec Whiskey Echo. Now remember, this is a ham radio. This is an amateur radio, not a regular car radio like you'd find today. So the question is, what year was the first ham radio installed in a car? A, 1917, B, 1919, C, 1920, D, 1921. Again, what year was the first ham radio installed in a car? A, 1917, B, 1919, C, 1920, and D, 1921. Kilo Echo Lake, Quebec, Whiskey Echo, back to KD8 EPC.
All right there, Mike. Thanks so much for doing that. Let's go back down to Nickelodeon here. KF5ADE. Go ahead there, Nick.
No, I didn't. I'm sorry. This is KF5ADE. Dustin, I thought it was back to you, but I hit the button by mistake.
All right there, Nick. Did you hear Mike reread the question? I didn't get your answer there.
KF5ADE, yes, I did. I'm going to go ahead and I think I'll just defer to Sandy's answer. She's always right anyway. It's all good. So I guess that'll be a BA for Bachelor's of Associates, or is that something? Yeah, whatever that means. Bachelor's degree? Oh, BA is a bachelor's degree. She said. Okay. At any rate, half here. Nickelodeon is going to go ahead and return it back to net control for some. Well, I was going to say insanity, but that's probably what it will be turning out to be. KF580, good evening, y'all, and I do look forward to seeing, hooking up with the Okies up there, KF580.
All right there, Nick. Well, this is my delusion. You're all just a part of it. Hi. So we got you down for Bravo and Alpha. We'll say 73 to you for now, my friend, and let's go talk to Tom now, KE5NCP. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Dustin and everybody else on the Beacon Net tonight. Man, I've been absent from here for a while. Sorry about that, but seems like with the time change, it just things get away from me, and not to mention we've had a new toy to play with, and it's been consuming a lot of my evenings and what have you. So it's cutting down on the radio time a little bit. But anyway, good to hear you in here tonight. Everybody's been sounding great. And with the trivia, I'm going to go with Delta and Bravo. Delta and Bravo is my two. And, for whatever reason, I have no idea, except that it makes sense. Anyway, we'll see what turns out on the other end. But it's been a good day down here in Oklahoma today. I had a little north wind blowing that kind of kept things cooled down a little bit, but it did get up warm enough that, just good flannel shirt weather, which I don't mind. I like it when I can wear a flannel shirt and get out and about. So that's where we enjoy the weather. Anyway, we'll turn it back to net control and let's get on with the net there. KE5NCP 73.
All right there, Tom. Well, it has been a while, but we will forgive you for your absences. We got you down there for Delta and Bravo this evening. We're going to say 73 to you, and now we're going to go over and we're going to talk to our official representative from Arkansas, KI5 RFI. Mac, good evening.
Well, good evening, Dustin, and everybody on the net. I just got in on the tail end of it all here. I'm going to take a guess of Delta and Alpha on the questions, and it's been a cool day here in Arkansas. A little too cool for my taste. I'm ready for springtime. I don't know about you guys. Anyhow, back to net. KI5 RFI.
All right there, Matt, KI5 RFI. We get you down for Delta and Alpha, and always great to hear you, my friend. We're going to say 73 to you, and you're at the bottom of the list there. So this is KD8EPC with the Beacon Net. I'm looking for check-ins. Please call now.
KD2HCE in and out.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Alpha November Tango, Steve and Ilaria, in and out.
All right, we got a couple in and outs there. I got KD2HCE Chris was in and out, and then I got KF8ANT Steve in there, and Ilaria in and out. We'll make one more call here for check-ins for the Beacon Net before we go talk to the net control team. Any other stations before we go talk to the net control team, please call now. All right, nothing heard. Let's go up here and talk to KD8SLG. Just Nick, mark me down for, let's see, Bravo and Delta. Take it away.
KD80PC, this is KD8SLG. I got you down for Bravo and Delta there, Dustin. Thank you very much. I'm going to go with Charlie and Alpha tonight. Charlie and Alpha. That's what I'm going with. I don't have a whole lot for everybody. I'm kind of talked out today, and I got to save my voice for tomorrow morning. So with that, I'm going to send it back to Net. This is KD8SLG. I'll be listening in the morning.
All right there, Nick. Well, thanks for doing the 4th anniversary of the Boredom Breaker with me earlier, and thanks for picking up all the nets you've done this week. I've got to tell you, you've done a lot of them, so there you go. I will not be joining you in the morning. That's too early. I'll be studying the inside of my islands at that hour. So there you go. Let's go talk to KQKO. He's got no responsibilities whatsoever. Nick at night, what's going on?
KD8PC, KQKO. Hello, Dustin. Hello, Nick. Hello, everyone else on the net. Yeah, I have no responsibilities today. I'm just kind of sitting here relaxing. I took my son to swim lessons today. He's been doing really well with that because for quite a while trying to get the kid to swim, he would get tired halfway through, but now he's developing more confidence, improving his strokes, and just having a good old time. So I had fun doing that. That's really it for me this week. I went to the gym on Monday and pretty much killed myself. So I actually missed it this morning. I woke up and I couldn't walk, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to try to go to the gym if I can't walk today. So I missed that today. Hopefully I'll pick it up on Friday. Who knows? Maybe I'll be up early enough and active and I can hit up Nick on the net tomorrow morning. We'll see how it goes, how things work out. But that's about it for me. And, yeah, with that, I'll pass it back. Trivia. I almost forgot the trivia. I'm going to go with Delta and Charlie for the trivia tonight. And with that, I'll pass it back to you, Dustin. K8QKO.
All right there, Nick. Well, hopefully those swim lessons work out there and give him the confidence he needs to get through it there. So great to hear you, my friend. It's always a pleasure. And we'll say 73 to you for now, and look forward to hearing you there Sunday night. We got you down for Delta and Charlie. Let's go talk to Eric now, KE8VZA. How you doing?
KD8EPC in the group. This is KE8VZA. Doing well, Dustin. Hope you are too. It's good to hear everybody tonight. Trivia. I'm going to go with Bravo and Bravo, double B. And let's see, Rec Center yesterday was doing laps in the pool, and I managed to do 1,000 meters. And when I got to the car, it just dawned on me that's a whole kilometer. So now I'm in the kilometer club. So anyway, did weights today, and I'm feeling it too there, Nick at night. I think tomorrow morning I might be talking funny. But anyway, again, it's good to hear everybody. 73's all. And this is KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right there, Eric. Well, boy, yeah, that's definitely an awful lot of swimming. I don't know that I could swim that far. I'd be definitely wore out. So, good on you, man. We got you down for Bravo and Bravo there. Let's see. We're going to go up and get Mike in a second, but before we do, we're going to go talk to Miss Lucy and get her, her main trivia answer. Miss Lucy, just give me your main trivia answer, please.
KD8EPC, KE8YUK. My main trivia answer is going to be D, 1921, I believe it was. Back to you, Dustin.
All right, thank you very much there, Lucy. Now we're going to go up here and talk to KE8QWE. Mike, give us your comments, let it drop, and then give us the trivia answer.
Kilo Echolink, Quebec Whiskey Echo. Okay, first I'm going to answer the alternate trivia question. Man, I have no idea, but I'm going to go with it sounds like something that the Romans would do, you know. So hey, if you're going to have a party, you should go party. Okay, what have I been up to? Of course, I've been working in the office. I'm just about done with the income taxes. I have maybe about 4 or 5 of them left. I'll probably get that knocked out in the next next 2 days, I'm going to guess, with people coming in and out. I suppose I ought to do my own, but there's no money in those. Besides, I always owe, so it's like, there's just no fun in it at all. So that's what haven't been spending enough time on the radio that I'd like. But hey, I only work 2.5 months out of the year, but out of that 2.5 months, I work. So I'm going to go ahead and let this thing drop and then do the trivia. Okay, the question is, what year was the first AM radio installed in a car? A, 1917, B, 1919, C, 1920, D, 1921. Answer is 1919. Now, this is according to Wikipedia. An amateur radio set installed in a car by A.H. Gerby, a radio manufacturer of New York in 1919. And it shows his car, and it worked at 2 megahertz. It's a small car with this huge antenna and this radio that's sitting in the back, and the guy's sitting with a pair of headphones and talking on his radio. So I guess when it comes down to it, there's always a first. Granted, last year I went to Hamvention. I saw a couple that sort of looked just about like that. So with that being said, everybody stay safe, stay healthy, and have a great night. This is Kilo Echolink, Quebec Whiskey Echo. Back to 88 EPC.
All right there, Mike. Thank you very much. I certainly appreciate you doing the trivia. That was a good one, and we look forward to the next one there. All right, let's go down to Miss Lucy now, KYUK. Give us your comments, let it drop, and then give us the alternate trivia answer.
KD8 APC, this is KE8YUK. Oh, man, what a week, what a month. It's only beginning, but it feels like March is still looming. Easter's over. Easter's great. I love Easter, but it is a lot of pressure now that you got a whole family to try to visit the other family, and then you've always got somebody who you wonder how they're going to handle the holidays, and is everything going to go smoothly? And it did, honestly. Grateful for everything that went as well as it could have under the circumstances, and now I'm just trying to keep the house clean and try to get back into hobbies that I let drop. And I am trying so hard to start a garden, but boy, it's really hard to get momentum when you're overwhelmed with options. So we'll do something along those lines in the coming weeks. And otherwise, I'm just keeping my head above water and hanging out with Betty. She is climbing on everything. It's super cute, but it's terrifying. She's so smart. She's making new expressions, which are hilarious. I cannot catch them on film, but they're hysterical, and very, very grateful for her. All right, I'm sleepy, so I'm going to switch on over to Alt Trivia. I'm going to let it drop, and I'll come back in a sec. K8YUK returning. Okay, Alt Trivia. The question was, what is the origin of the modern T-shirt? And this is inspired by the Field Day T-shirt that the Sarah Club is running. I think people can still vote. I don't remember when it closes. If you haven't voted, vote. If you have vote, pay attention to the results. All right, what is the origin of the modern T-shirt? A Roman garb known as a tunic. B, a pair of long underwear cut in half. C, a shirt made popular as an extra layer when driving the Model T. Or D, the only shirt Corno Cornwaldo Bean will wear during tea time. I've gabbed a lot, so I'm going to let it drop again just in case. Can never hurt to be double check. I need to go to bed. I should have gone to bed when Just Nick told me to. The answer is B, a pair of long underwear that were cut in half. Originally known as union suits, long underwear johns were patented in the late 19th century. They were originally meant to be women's undergarments, but fell out of female fashion and became more popular among men. Go figure. Sometime in the early 20th century, cotton union suits were split into a top and a bottom section, kind of like Eddie was talking about, actually exactly what Eddie was talking about, to make more convenient clothing in hot environments. In 1913, the Navy issued the tops as undergarments, even though it became common for sailors and eventually other men to simply wear the undershirts as shirts. This was made apparent when Marlon Brando wore a T-shirt in the movie A Streetcar Named Desire in the 1950s, followed by women beginning to wear T-shirts in the 60s, and from then on the T-shirt achieved its now normal outerwear status. So there you have it. That's why white cotton undershirts still exist, but look suspiciously similar to regular graphic T-shirts that you see in stores. They're cousins. This is KE8YUK. I'm going to wish everybody a good night. God bless, and I'll pass it back to you, Dustin.
All right there, Miss Lucy. Well, thanks for another wonderful alternate trivia, and definitely go get yourself some rest. I'm not far behind you there. It's been a long day, so I'm going to get some sleep here shortly, too. So we're going to say 73 to you. Thanks again, and we look forward to your next alternate trivia there. All right, with that, we are at the bottom of the list. This is KD8EPC with the Beacon Net, and we're looking for check-ins. Please call now.
It was a 56 Chevrolet in 1967 with good buddy NJ5 Zulu. You can go to bed. NJ5 Zulu. You guys have a good one. Thanks for doing the net. NJ5 Zulu's clear.
Kilo Charlie 5 Romeo Bravo Golf. KC5 RBG Shannon in Tulsa.
Kilo Delta 8, Bravo Oscar Quebec, KD8BOQ, Corey from Michigan.
All right, what a nice orderly list of check-ins. We got NJ5 Zulu John was in and out there, so we'll just say 10-4 to him and 73 John. Then we got our good friend Shannon, KC5 Real Big Guns, and we have KD8BOQ Corey up north there in Michigan. All right, let's start with Shannon, KC5 Real Big Guns. Boy, you got shot in the eye and you're still here. How you doing, my friend?
Well, I'll tell you what, to be quite honest, I'm doing pretty good. Yes, the shot hurt, but I told him that the iodine that he likes to, throw in my eye, that I was allergic to it. And I spent 3 days with my eyes swollen practically shut. And I said, "Can you please not do that again?" And he said, "Sure." So, I did have a sharp needle stuck in my eye, but other than that, that pain went from sharp pain to aching pretty quick. So I was very happy about that. Other than that, I just got home at about 9 o'clock from a busy day, and then I went and got groceries, and I just now got all the groceries put away, if that tells you anything. $355 later after buying groceries, I'm wondering where my money went. Anyway, I'll let you get on down the list there. Sounds like you're trying to wind it up. But I'm glad I could squeak in there at the end. This is Kilo Charlie 5, Real Big Guns. God bless, and 73. Back to net control.
All right there, Shannon. Well, great to hear you out there. And I'll tell you what, if you're going to be up a while, maybe we can go over to our secret squirrel spot and have a little rag chew after a while there. So we'll say 73 for now, and you take care of yourself, and we'll catch you again real soon. Well, let's go over here to Michigan, talk to Corey, KD8BOQ. Good evening. How you doing?
Hey, good evening. Appreciate being on. This is my second transmission of the day. I was on a net earlier on the Dewdrop In network and was explaining it's my first day back on the air in a few years. Been a ham for 19 years now, which is crazy to say at times even still. But it's been a while, so just getting back in the swing of things. Just going off Echolink on a laptop right now and looking forward to getting a radio back up and running here soon. So appreciate being able to dust off the cobwebs with you guys here this evening and get back out there. Doing a great job as net control. Missed my days as net control many years ago, and you're doing a fine job. So hope you have a great evening. Appreciate the time to jump on the net. 88 BOQ.
All right there, Corey. We're glad to have you with us this evening, and yeah, by all means, come back and join us. Yeah, the Dewdrop Inn carries us every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. But if you got a pen and paper handy, you can also find us on Echolink on W8WKY-R. That's directly to the repeater where the net comes from. Or you can also find us on the Boredom Breaker Hub, which is N5XQK-R. So with that, Corey, thanks again for joining us, and come back and visit us again. We're here every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. So we'll say 73. Corey's number 39 in the bottom of the list there. So this is KD8EPC with the Beacon Net, and man, I'm getting tired there. I almost called it the wrong name, and we're looking for check-ins. This is going to be the last call for check-ins. Please call now. All right, nothing else heard. On behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, K8SLG, K8QKO, K8QWE, K8YUK, and K8VZA, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us on the next edition of the Beacon Net, Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8WKY repeater. Allstar Node 48496 and Echolink W8WKY-R. Also, don't forget to check out the Barometer Net every morning at 7 a.m. except for Sunday, also here on the W8WKY repeater. And don't forget to go visit our friends over on the N5XQK Memorial Boredom Breaker Net every day at noon Central Time, and that's on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. They switch net controls at the top of the hour, and they welcome rechecks, so check them out if you can. With that, you've been listening to the Beacon Net. This is KD8EPC. I'm returning the repeater to normal amateur use at this time, and I will be clear. 73, y'all.
KD8EPC, KD2HC.
Wrong microphone. KD8EPC, KD2HC.
Much better audio. Make it quick there, my friend. My teeth are floating.
Two things. Come get this antenna and bring your own for Monday on the deck. Bring your own glasses.
I copy that there. I'll give you a holler tomorrow, my friend. Sounds good there, but we'll say 73 to you for now there, and we'll give you a call tomorrow sometime or a text. But we'll say 73 for now, and this is KD8EPC. I'm clear, and I am running down the hall.
7-3, KD2HC, clear. You're invited too, Nick.
KD2HC, KD8SLG. Man, I'm not going anywhere but outside.
Are you in the zone or no?
Yeah, I am. Close enough for government work, and yeah, I have no intention of driving around. sheriffs down here have called in retired people and things to help manage traffic and stuff. Seems a little extreme, but you know what? People are savages.
No, I get it. We got somebody coming in from Pennsylvania, and KEA2OY is going to come in from Youngstown, and they're going to sneak in the back way. They're not going anywhere near downtown over here. They're going to come in. They're like, come in the highway, sneak up the back way, and just literally sneak in the back way.
A bunch of people who don't know where to go. Back way may be the direction they take because they don't know any better. So one never knows. Anyway, I just as soon avoid it. I lived in I lived in State College for first 20 plus years of my life, and saw what happens every weekend when when the population grows by tenfold.
Yeah, I get it.
All right, man. Well, you guys have fun. I do have my glasses. I still have them from 2017, so I got that set up. And I don't know. I just looked at the eclipse cast. That's what they're calling the forecast for that day. And it looks like 67% chance of rain and clouds. Who would ever thunk it would be rainy and cloudy on April 8th in Ohio? Not me.
Oh, it's getting more overcast as of last night, but it didn't look like it was going to be anything horrible. Going to be high clouds. That was the last they said. So there was like a 45% chance of good view. So it was still good. And oh well. But down in Missouri and Texas and Oklahoma's, they're not going to get it. They're going to have thunderstorms down there.
Well, high cloud cover, thin clouds, it actually makes it a little bit easier to see to some extent. You just get less of it diffuses the shadow, if anything, but the glasses will cut right through, light cloud cover. But, if it's raining or those dark, thundery clouds, it's going to be pretty hard to see. Then you can have all these people who are here to see something they can't see. So my initial reaction would be to, have an extra beer or three, and then start heading home. So, yeah, stay at home.
That brings back the old New York Magetta joke. Knock, knock, who's there, Magetta? You know the rest of that one.
I got into a coughing fit here, Chris. I'll talk to you later. KD2AC, KD and SLG.
7-3, KD2AC monitoring.
KG5SYC. Hey, Chris, I don't know your call sign or that, but they're sitting there saying that they're questioning whether Texas will be overcast or not. We're in the San Antonio area, and they say that we could have sun clearing enough to see the eclipse, but it won't be for very long. But yes, we are due for rain. And matter of fact, when occasions occur, that's when we get our rain.
Yep.
So we need more eclipses, and we need more things that could go on that will bring the rain. We need the rodeo, we need fiesta, we need other elements, because when the party goes on, then that's when we get rain. KG5SYC.
Link 2235525.
Didn't quite catch the call, but I caught SYC, KD2HCE. Yeah, I didn't pay my solar bill, so they're going to have an eclipse on Monday. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it.
KG5 SYC, or Kilo Golf 5 Sierra Yankee Charlie. There you go. Man, well, please don't pay your solar bill more often because Texas can sure use the rain.
That's one of the things I wanted. I wanted to put solar panels on the house, but they give you tax breaks on it, so anyone on disability or retired doesn't get a tax break on it, so you have to pay full price for it. So there's no stipend for getting solar panels unless you're still working. So it doesn't help me in any way, shape, or form. So that's why I kid around. I didn't pay my solar bill.
Yes, this is KG5SYC. As Nickelodeon was saying, a typical government slice. They sit there and honor certain, but they cut out others. But hey, we got our solar panels in before he quit working and before we turned 65, so I guess we're good. But they do cut down some of the electricity. Our house is so big, and with the three of us in here, the heat of the summer. Yeah, and the heat of the summer or the cold of the winter, which we don't get very much of the cold, but we do get about a month and a half worth of cold down here, and the heat is what really kills the electric bill. KG5SYC.
KG5SYC, KD2HC. Here's one for you. King David #2, his children endure. Now, this house is very efficient. It's a split ranch, and right now the entire house, including three computers and everything else, lights and everything in the house, no amplifier, but, radios, power supplies, 2 radios are on, but the whole house is drawing less than 1,200 watts as a whole entire house. Actually, I spoke too soon. The heat is about to go on, so it's drawing 1.4 right now, because the gas burner starts up with a little bit of electric. It starts up with electric start onto the gas burner, so it's drawing 200 watts right now to start that up.
This is KG5SYC. Wow, that's pretty good. So your electric bill should be pretty minimal, but with solar, it could be a lot less. But we had a good start out, but then we moved into a new subdivision, and now the trees have overcome the solar panels, so we are getting a lot of shade on them. We do get some peak of the sun and everything, and being here in Texas, we definitely get the sun peaks, but it offsets a little bit and keeps the electricity bill from climbing up what others say that they're paying. I'll stick with my $150 electric bill, and compared to what others have been saying that they've been paying $4 and $5. Of course, I don't know what they keep their thermostat and that on, but we don't turn our heating or air on until we absolutely need it. KG5SYC.
Waiting for our carrier to drop over here. Back to 1200 again. The heat didn't go on. It's 38 degrees here. We keep it at 68 degrees during the winter, and we keep it at 73 during the summer, 72. Now that we have long-haired cats, it's 72 in the summer. But we have a really well-insulated house. and we had new insulation put in the attic and stuff like that. So we're really well insulated. The house also faces northwest, so the deck covers the most of the back of the house, so we don't get a lot of sun on the house, except for what's ever on the second. It's a split ranch, so it's well done with what we did to it, and on top of all that. So everything down here stays cool, so we can blow things around in the house, and if we just put the fan on and circulate air in the house, it cools itself because down here is cooler. And the way it is, if you look at the way the house is, the window I'm under the deck right now in the back of the house, and my shoulders are at grass level right now where I'm sitting in the house. So this window is a foot or two above grass, and the window is about, shoulder height or so. So it's not too bad. So my butt is underground in the backyard, but in the front yard, it's right up to the window, and then the garages go right up to the driveway. So it's a split ranch. So half the house is up to almost the windows. The back of the house is a little bit lower than the front of the house, and then the left side of the house is garage level, so it's actually at garage floor level. So it's a little pitched. So it does insulate itself a lot of ways.
KG5SYC. Wow. A multi-facet house. Good thing that one room isn't connected to the other room, because your head would be in one location and your feet would be in another. That would be funny, but yeah, I could see where your utilities would be a lot better, and if you got insulation and everything, I could see where it wouldn't take a whole lot for heating or cooling to keep you at a regular, normal temperature. This place, well, I can't sit there and say that it's got very good insulation, but I can't say it's got all bad either, because, I don't know, but we just don't run the heater. Of course, living in North Dakota for 3 years kind of broke us into the extreme cold, and living in Colorado and Texas has introduced us to the high heat. So what better way of saying we've lived in both extremes, KG5SYC?
Copy that, KD2HCE for ID. That was Dustin blowing my phone up there. I got a GP9 antenna in my shed for him, and he's been like, a year or so now. He's supposed to come get it. And, yeah, I know you're listening, Dustin. Come and get it. Every time I go in the shed now, I got to watch my eyes, because the radials on the GP9 want to poke them out. So come and get it. I want to walk in my shed without having to duck. So, yeah, it's yours for the taking. Just strap it to the roof over there and have at it. Just got to epoxy it a little better than I did. So, yeah, that's for Dustin. Now my phone's going to blow up again. I know it. You're going to hear the text message you heard before. I had to throw the phone over there. Yeah, that's how we roll up here. You could probably hear the New York accent in here. I moved out here, and Mom still complains. Come back. Why? Because you didn't take the snow with you. Because she's in lower New York. She's on the mainland between the Bronx and Connecticut. So she's 5 blocks off the water. She's over in that area. She's not on Long Island, but she's right off Long Island Sound, and right off I-95. So she's on the mainland. We come out here, my previous marriage, we come out here, she gets all the snow. She gets 100 inches of snow easy a year. We get 60. So she gets 40 more inches of snow, and she gets feet of snow, nor'easters, and all of that. She wants me to come home. I'm like, no, sorry. I get it. KD2HCE for ID.
Oh, I'm not going to blow up your phone, Chris. Let me make sure I've got it here. KD8PC with KD2HCE and KG5SYC and KF580. Well, boy, this is going to be a one-and-done drive-by here. I'll get with you, Chris, there and come get that antenna. And, you know, I had to send you pictures of the high-powered node because I know you like seeing pictures of my mad science experiments, but I think I finally got that one working. Although I have to make my mom happy. She's not so happy. She told me, she's like, get your radio junk out of here. And I haven't yet, but she's kicking me out of there, so I have to find a new home for that eventually. So you never know. Maybe we can butter you up and run the high-powered node there off of your tower, high. But that's my one and done. I do want to say hello to you, Sandy, and to Nickelodeon. I was gonna stay and have an after party, but man, my eyes are closed. I'm falling asleep in the chair. So 73 all the way around. Have a good night, all. KD8PC is clear. Take it away, Miss Sandy.
KG5SYC. Oh, Dustin, you better go over and get that antenna. If it pokes out his eye, it might be a lawsuit. He might need some money for some house repairs or for some extra insulation or solar panels. You gotta go get that antenna so it doesn't bug him anymore. And Chris, I can empathize with your mom if she's getting the more snow than you, but she just needs to up and move and make her transplant like you did. And but when we were in North Dakota, I was out there I wasn't snow blowing. I done all my shoveling by hand. I had the shovel, and that's what I did. I just went out and shoveled mine and the two neighbors on the side, and we had underground garages, and so I would go out there and shovel the underground so that Nickelodeon would have an area to come driving the car into, so we could have it down underground in the garage. And once in a while we'd get snowed in, but it wasn't too often. We would go out and try to shovel a path so he could get to work and up the hill. So KG5SYC, back to you, Chris.
KG5SYC, KD2HC, we're down to 1100 watts now. And Dustin, we're having, like I said, we're having two of our NCSs for 40 meters here for the other club here. So Carolyn will be here, KC3VQP, and KE8QOY Joe will be here too in the afternoon. So if you want to stop by, you're more than welcome to. Bring your own. If you want to bring one of your own from work there, they're more than welcome to also. But we're going to be cooking some up over here. We're hitting Aldi's over the weekend. We're going to cook up a couple here. What else? Not much else going on here. I'm going to call it short. I got to do another 20 minutes of emails over here because I help out. I'm actually running a 40-meter net because our president is he went in for surgery in August. He went for minor laparoscopic surgery, and they did him wrong. So he hasn't come home yet. He had some major complications, and lawsuits are involved, and he won't be the same, and he's got a very long road to recovery, and he's just not home yet. So because he was running the show and president and founder, I'm basically stepping up because his wife can't do it. She's not an operator, but I was member number 2, so everything fell on my shoulders. So I've been running the net as not as an officer, but temporary operating officer because I'm member number 2, so I'm TOO. So it's a funny thing, but we got a whole bunch of people helping out now and stepping up. So where he was a man of all the hats, sitting in one chair doing everything, we're now delegating, and the webmasters in Canada, the information managers in Washington State. We're spreading it out all over the place. So it's a little bit of fun, but I still have a lot of responsibility. So got to get over there, and you're welcome to stop by if you're a general or above. Hey, stop by and play radio with us. So take care, 7-3, and maybe when you come up here next time, we'll catch up with you if I could find a few minutes. So take care again, KC5SYC. Dustin, see you soon. KD2HCE will be clear on everybody's final.
This is KG5SYC, and wow, a big shoe for you to fill there, Chris. Hats off to you. Good luck with that. Well, I'm a technician. Have not got my general. Not sure I'll get my general, but I like talking more local, and the internet just works just fine to keep in touch with the Ohio group that we so much fell in love with. And I'll let you get your sleepy eyes rolled into bed and get your emails taken care of, and 7-3s to you. This is Kilo Golf 5, Sierra Yankee Charlie. We're standing by and monitoring.
W8WKY repeater PL1 14.8. W8WKY.
This is KI5TAQ monitoring.
KI5TAQ, KI5ADE. Go ahead.
This is Kilo India 5 Tango Alpha Quebec. How are you tonight?
Oh, we're doing pretty good. We're down here in Cibolo, Texas, talking to you via the Echolink tied into Doylestown, or is it tied into, okay, wife says it's tied into Doylestown. So at any rate, that's how we're communicating to you. We just kind of got done with that after party with the Beacon Net finishing up. So we were just here kind of monitoring the mail. So how are you this evening?
Well, I'm about, shall we say, ready to head. Actually, I am heading to the QTH. I'm kind of tired, but I'll be happy when I get in bed.
Amen to that. I have been fighting my heavy eyelids. My YL, she's a nocturnal individual. And I've worked with her all of our lives. We've been married 65. No, not 65. No. This is why I'm tired. 46. We've been at it for 46. At any rate. So at any rate, yeah. I'm the crack of dawn, get up the guy and start his day. And go to bed when the nightfall hits. Kind of like early to bed, early to rise. Can't say the rest of it because I'm definitely not wealthy and I'm certainly not wise. So, but I get the rest of it. But no problem there. But yeah, the spouse, she's a nocturnal individual, and we'll be probably scooting off pretty soon ourselves. But we'll see what happens. Back to you. This is Nick, by the way.
Name here is Timothy, or Tim for short, or some guys like Nick would call me Taco Tim. But anyways, at one time I used to be like an early riser, and then as soon as I get home and get ready to go to bed, I'm like, okay, lights out, and then sleep off until the next morning. And at one time I used to get up at 4:15 in the morning. And I'm getting up at whenever I decide to get up.
Roger that, yeah. Yeah, Sandy was sitting there saying that's Tim, Taco Tim, and she was saying that in the background. I don't have all of the guys' call sign out there, but when she said Tim, I kind of thought it was going to be Taco Tim, and so that's all good. So your end of your call sign creates the Taco, or TQ, I guess. But, yeah, and I'm also referred to as Nickelodeon because there was just so many Nicks when we got up to Ohio. There was three of us. Two were on that same night, and then I jumped in there and said, well, I guess I'll just go with what they've called me for years, and that was Nickelodeon there at my workplace. And so you have the just Nick, Nick at Night, and Nickelodeon. So that's how that all began, working with the guys up there in Ohio. And yeah, as she said, don't time out, so I better turn it loose. Back to you, KF580.
Yeah, it's kind of nice to have those little nicknames here and there to differentiate from person to person. I got the Taco Tim is thanks to a gal named Nancy, or we call her Miss Nancy out there, KI50ZZ, and she called herself the Oz because of her call sign. And then when I mentioned my call sign, she sat there and we kind of tossed the idea a little around, and she said, "Oh, Taco Tim," when you speak fast enough. And I got a good question. Are you going to be up at the Hamfest out there in Dayton come around May? I don't know when.
X-Ray 5, Foxtrot Tango Sierra, mobile.
No, unfortunately, we will not be up at the Dayton Hamvention. We were going to be heading over to Oklahoma Green Country Ham Fest coming up next week. That's where we're going to be at. We're going to go meet up with the crew there in Oklahoma and meet up with those and do some face-to-face time with the folks there. Because we've done, whenever we go up to Ohio, that's home for my daughter. So that's a regular trip for us to go over to Ohio. And then we hook up with Nick and crew over there at the Sarah Club and spend some time with them on the evenings we can. So, but now the Dayton Hamvention, that's going to have to wait for probably another year or so before we can do it. Oh, and the mobile? Oh, is that a different mobile out there, or this is KF580? You better get him straight.
Yeah, this is Whiskey X-Ray 5, Foxtrot Tango Sierra. Sorry, I was trying to wait for a good place to break in, but unfortunately, between the time that Tim would let off and the time that the repeater would drop, you would key up, so I didn't quite have much of a choice except for grab right after Taco Tim got in there, so sorry about that, but this is Whiskey X-Ray 5, Foxtrot Tango Sierra, and to pop in and add on to previous comment about call signs, one of the Tulsa guys, I don't remember if it was a guy or a gal actually, looked at my call sign and said, oh, so you're all weather related, you're Weather X-Ray 5, follow that storm. And not exactly what I got the call sign for originally, but it ended up working out that it was all weather related, so I'll take it, but I'll pass it on to Taco Tim. TAQ, take it away, WX5FTS.
Well, nice meeting you once again. Oh my goodness. I hope, hopefully you guys will be out at the Green Country Hamfest out there next week. Because I'm going to be out there with Sweetheart, and hopefully no, as Alan would say, no devil dog or no puppy dog, as I would call it. But anyways, that's my thoughts. And then wife and I will be planning to head up to Dayton to maybe visit some of the guys there in Ohio.
W8WKY.
Okay, super. Yeah, we'll be looking forward to hooking up with you there. Then we'll keep that all in mind and do that as well. And outstanding on the mobile with his finding out about his call sign. It does, the phonetics fit great for that. I often have thought about mine when I got my license, what phonetics would work. If anything would come up, but I have yet to come up with anything for mine. But I just rattle it off, and sometimes I even hose it over, and sometimes forget my call sign. So I'm really thankful that the FCC is maybe lenient or just not paying close enough attention. I don't know which, but yeah, for this old fart. I don't know if fart's a good word to say on the radio or not, but well, whoops, if it's not, sorry. This is KF5 ADE for ID, and back to the mobile station for the weather station. How about that one?
Sorry, I was going under a bridge when you tossed it back to me, so I had to wait just a second until I got back out from underneath the bridge, because I know that bridge in particular likes to block my signal to this repeater that I'm on here in Claremore. I am actually going to get out of range of this repeater here momentarily, so I am going to get on out of here, because I'm not sure I'm going to be able to hold it all the way down to my home QTH. Unfortunately, I'm on a whole bunch of city back streets at this point, and so I start losing the repeater about right now. So I'm going to get on out of here, and you two have a good night. We'll catch both of you later on, and have fun at the Ham Fest. Unfortunately, I will not be there. I'm a little strapped on cash right now. Y'all take care, and Tim, I think I heard that the American Airlines Amateur Radio Club is adding on to get a GMRS repeater, so that might be interesting. I might have to get a GMRS license. Anyway, y'all take care, and I'll get on out of here. This is Weather X-Ray 5. Follow that storm. 7-3.
Yeah, you heard right. American Airlines is the Amateur Radio Club is fixing to add some more stuff to it. Thanks to Al and some of the guys out there, including maybe getting it to have a little longer reach. And hopefully we might have a few more people or members, maybe from within the airline, to our ham operators to come and join. That's the ultimate plan. But right now I'm just moseying around on 41st Street, and I see some look like emergency vehicles maybe coming my direction. So who knows what all is going on. This is KI5TAQ.
Kilo Echo 5 November Charlie Papa.
Go ahead, station. This is KF5AD. Your turn.
Okay, I believe that was Nickelodeon there. KF5, I think it's Alpha Delta. Is that correct, or did I miss a letter?
That's Kilo Foxtrot 5 Alpha Delta Echo. I'm going to have to go get one of my whiteboards so I can start writing down the everybody's call sign, because I'm going to start really getting bad, because it's just one of those things that I do. But yeah, this is Nickelodeon, or Nick. Back to you.
Okay, appreciate that, Nick. Yeah, we'll just say Nick. KF5ADE. Okay, I was thinking there was a third letter there, but I didn't catch it on the earlier rounds there while I was listening, so I thought I better make sure I had that right. Anyway, hey, I understand you guys are coming up for the ham fest over here at Claremore. So I just wanted to say that if you're when you're going to get in there, keep an eye open for my call. Got it on the hat, KE5NCP, and me and the XYL are planning on being there both days, and we're going to stay in the RV park there next door. And so anyway, we'll look forward to maybe catching you guys there and saying hi to you. Roger?
Roger that. Yeah, we're in slot 27 there at the RV park at the Expo Center. So that's where you'll find our JCO at when we get up there. When we get in, I think around the 11th, but I could be wrong. We'll see how things are working out. But we'll be there for sure one way or the other. Back to you.
Okay, real fine. Well, we'll be in, I'm in number 4, I believe it is, and so we're in a Winnebago, and we'll be in slot 4, I believe it is, and we'll be looking for you there. Let's see, we're getting in on Friday the 12th and staying until Sunday before we head out. So we'll be there 2 nights. So plan on being over there by around noon or maybe 1 o'clock, something like that on Friday. And so we'll keep our eyes open for you and see if we can hook up with you there. But anyway, looking forward to catching you guys over there. So, heard you on the Beacon Net many a time and stuff like that. In fact, I've talked to you a couple of times when you were net controller. So, be interesting to meet you in person there. Anyway, we'll let you get back to Taco Tim there. So, take it easy and have a safe trip up, and we'll look forward to seeing you there. KF5ADE, KE5NCP 73.
KE5ECP, this is KF5ADE. Yeah. Real quick, no, I've never been the net controller on the Beacon Net or Barometer Net or Beacon Net. I'm just one of the users. I'm one of the other Nicks that are out there. You might be thinking of Nick at Night, or even just Nick for that matter has been also net controller. So, but yeah, I've not graduated to that level yet of keeping things straight in the head. So. But nonetheless, it's been good talking to you, and we do look forward to seeing you and meeting you and doing a face-to-face. With that, 7-3, take care, mobile safe, KF5ADE. We're going to return it back to the weather station. No, Taco Tim is next. Oh, Sandy says Taco Tim, so that's what we're going to.
Oh, sounds like you guys got a plan going, because my wife and I we will also be there. At the Ham Fest, we'll be in a motel or a hotel. I don't know which one right now, but we'll be there for both days or both nights or both days there, and we'll.
Okay, I'm going to take it. Tim, I hope you're not talking still. This is KF5ADE. It sounds like you might have dropped out of range the way the repeater sounded. But if nothing else, come on back and let's try it again. Okay.
W8WKY. W8WKY.